You looking forward to talking to the commish?
Yeah, I have some off the record questions for him, plenty, but I probably won't get the luxury of asking him the real deal questions. We'll have to probably keep it comfortable for the commish, if that's the case.
Do you have to submit your questions, Tom, before that you ask them? Have they asked you to do that?
No.
Okay.
No, because the last time we were here, Zach and I interviewed him on the field before the game, a lot like what Jeff and I will do. And so, no, I mean, I have questions I'm going to ask him, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be a long, in-depth 60-minute interview.
Right.
It's probably going to be 5 or 6 questions, and that's it.
Can you squeeze in a question about pensions and whether or not he can goose those up a little bit for all of us, Tom?
Yeah. Oh, that's question number 1. Are you kidding me? Where is our insurance for vested veterans? And can you boost our pension, for gosh sakes?
That would be great if you guys just ask a bunch of inside
questions.
Player questions.
Yes. That would be great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So where are you right now? Are you still in the hotel or have you ventured out to London?
No, I'm in the hotel. I got no desire to go to London. It's about an hour away from where we're staying. And, one thing I like about this week is that this is my 7th international trip. And every other one of them, we've been right in city central. And so there's a lot of distractions, a lot of lights, sirens, people all over the streets that are a good and bad distraction depending upon what your discipline level is. Here, it's more of a training camp atmosphere. And I like that because the Bears got to stay in lockstep with their regular season accomplishments. And if you come here and you're looking to go to all the big shops and stores and restaurants and everything around the London area, I think that creates too much of a distraction. They've been here for a week. They're staying by themselves. The practice fields are on site. London is not a convenient trip away. So I do think for all the trips that I've ever been on, this is probably the most business-like football trip that I've been to.
Is it safe to say, Tom, or do you agree with the concept or the thought that the Bears have a bit of an advantage based on them coming over to London on Monday night, getting themselves acclimated compared to what the Jags have had to do? And I get it that they're used to this trip, but that doesn't mean their bodies are going to be used to the time. Do you think that the Bears have a bit of an edge on that front?
I do think the time frame, the body clock advantage they do have, the whole hydration, diet, rest, practice, efficiency, meetings, and everything, yes. But, T. Waddle, after reading the injury report, and now I'm kind of like taking a step back because I'm worried about no Tyreek Stevenson, no Jaquan Brisker. And then you might have a Bill Murray at left guard, and you still got Matt Pryor at right guard, although he's probably giving you more physical presence there than what you had. So when you talk about, guys, they have Brian Thomas, man, the dude's legit. He's 6'2", 209 pounds, and he's a flyer. Evan Ingram is going to play again, and he hasn't played in a while. Christian Kirk, he's got some flash and some pizzazz. And the worst thing you want to do is get a 6'6" quarterback all warmed up quickly on a Tottenham Sunday afternoon. And then all of a sudden you're going, wow, this cornerback, we're on the 3rd cornerback because Terrell Smith is still out. And then we got to investigate what this replacement safety contributes to the overall defensive scheme. So, yeah, and the first part of the question, I think the Bears have a complete body clock advantage. The second part of it, injury worries, injuries are my concern.
You mentioned Bill Murray in that answer as well. What did you see on film that he may have done? And I asked you last week on the pregame about Tevin and what he needs to do to play better. And you said he needs to play with more aggression. So is that what Bill Murray did better? Did he just play with more aggression after he came in when Tevin sprained his ankle?
Yeah, I mean, he was looking to hit guys. He was looking to have some type of contact every play. One thing as an offensive guard, when you play against a 34 defense and you have a linebacker that's 2.5, 3 yards away from you, when you have a pass blocking responsibility and you have a bubble over you, man, you have an opportunity to help your center and your tackle like never before, where you can actually get a running start at their responsibility and unexpectedly light him up where you take a little bit of a sting out of him. And if you go back and you watch that game, a couple times Bill Murray was out there hunting for Braxton Jones and going, okay, dude, give me a little separation because I'm lighting this guy up. And he did it. And then these defensive ends that watch tape of that, they know, okay, I can't expose my inside ribs on this rush here, so I'm going to have to stay to the outside in case, Bill Murray, this number 60, has a bubble over the top of him. So, yeah, I do like it. And, we talked about it, guys, how badly this team offensive line-wise is searching for that alpha male that will go do some unpaid dirty work. And, Mark Bortz did it, converted defensive tackle. When he learned how to hit guys, he hit them like a defensive tackle. So I kind of like what Bill Murray did. And if he does play and he's in the starting lineup, dude's going to be fired up. He's going to be out of his mind. And so I'm looking for that kind of performance.
And if he does play and he plays well and they win again, does he keep the job?
I think you win by audition. Bill Murray can go through practice and he can go through the tempo of training camp and he can make the conversion. He's got little details and idiosyncrasies to learn about playing offensive line. But if you're giving me that attitude, that you want to be in there, that you're super helpful on the inside, that you're getting movement at the point of attack, then I got to strongly consider that everybody is in competition for their job. And the worst thing you want to do is think, okay, everything's downhill now. I got this job for the rest of my life. And I don't think that's the case with most guys in the NFL. It is, there are some dynamic few that their job is never going to be challenged for. However, I think the Bears are still, since the beginning of training camp, are searching for that right combination of power at the offensive line that can help their interior running game and provide pass protection.
Tom, how confident are you that the game plan will remain balanced? Because if you look at this Jaguar defense, they play well against the run. They are god-awful against the pass, but you can't fall in love with the thought of throwing it 50 times, as we've seen here. How confident are you that Shane Waldron will maintain his commitment to running the football and employing a balanced attack?
I honestly think, he said it at the podium that you have to have a running game to open up the passing game. So I do think when you have a stable of running backs that you got a quality three guys, and there may be a little bit of difference in each one of their games, but I think they're all quality NFL backs. So I do think if you want to get this offensive line, if you're going to use 367 pounds at right guard, matched up to a guy that's 330 pounds and Darnell Wright, and then you got a center, Coleman Shelton, who's a hustler and playing better on the first and second level, and you got hopefully what Bill Murray or the left guard will offer you in Braxton. I would think that your road is paved to success through the running game, and then you have to keep the passing game involved. One of my keys to the game for this week is Keenan Allen only had 3 catches the last 2 weeks. And I know that he missed some time because of injury, but you got to keep Keenan Allen mentally, physically, and actively involved in the week-to-week game planning, because I don't think you want to lose sight of his role and his importance in pass game production. But you have the emergence of Rome, and everybody knows about DJ and Cole and Gerald Everett and all the running backs and stuff. But if you can, get Keenan actively involved in that next option, now the coverage is thinking, okay, where do we go? How do we balance this thing? Who's the number one? And all those kind of questions start popping it up. So I just still think, though, it always starts with the running game, because Caleb, he plays efficient play-action passing game so well. And if you keep that run game, you're going with it.
Yeah, so what did you love from Caleb this last game? And what are a couple of things that you looked on the tape that he still can improve on?
Sometimes I get frustrated with his trust and protection. because I'm really worried about him scrambling right into a tackler that's coming head on, and he doesn't know that he escaped his block responsibility. And sometimes quarterbacks can expose themselves to the worst kind of hits when they stay inside that pocket a little bit too long, and then they try to run out of it, or they just hold on to the ball too long, and they get some awkward type of contact. That still worries me about Caleb. And then what I like about him is he's got so much more confidence at the line of scrimmage, whether it's the up-tempo offense or if they break the huddle with a significant amount of time on the play clock. He's got a variation of snap counts where he can go up there and use a hard count with no intentions of snapping the ball, and then kind of step back, see if he got any tells from the defense, and then go into the play calling snap count. And I think that really shows a huge step in the maturity of a quarterback when he's not only thinking about terminology out of the huddle, but he's also thinking about the strategy of using the cadence.
Tom, how irritated are you that you have a fireplace in your room, but it doesn't work?
Well, it doesn't work because I haven't ordered logs. You have to order your bundle of logs if you want to use it. Really? So I don't want Jeff feeding you that wrong information. I just don't let him come in here because, I mean, this is like, something that if I was like one of King Henry's guys, this is the type of room that I'd probably be given.
Do you want us to send you, a package of firewood?
Yeah. So how does this work?
No, I can get it.
Wait, do you have to go to the front desk and say,
I would like some logs.
I would like to order some logs, or do you have to go to like one of the places?
You got to go to Ace Hardware right down the street.
Yeah.
No,
and where?
I go right out to the front desk area and I say I would like a bundle delivered to my name. My room has a name. It doesn't have a number. So I tell them what room I would like the bundle delivered to. But, it's been nice and warm here, although it's been rainy. So I didn't need it as of yet.
Did you do anything fun? Anything fun besides football stuff?
No, the thing I'm super amazed at is when I listen to your show over the ESPN app, that your voice has come off with an English accent. And I'm going, is that AI or how do they do that?
No, we're doing that.
And so
we're doing that. We've adjusted our dialect, knowing that the game is in London this week.
Danny will be happy to know that I have not gone out to eat one time. I've eaten every meal at the Bears training table. And that it's as much a training camp type of deal for me as it is for the players themselves. And so a little investigative football work, paying attention to practice, waiting to talk to you guys on Friday.
You ruin it for the rest of us then. Now they're going to say then when we go on a trip one day.
I'm getting drunk.
They're going to say Thayer didn't need to spend anything on his per diem.
We've already gotten that from coming back from Indianapolis at the Combine. Well, I had to eat I had to eat a 4-digit dinner bill.
Yeah, well, you guys are large. I'm just sitting here up in the loft area of our hotel.
Is
just waiting for the game.
Is
now.
Joniak behaving, or is he out there just getting hammered every night?
No, but he is out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It took an Uber into London. It's like an hour and a half or something to get in there. And he's Jeff, first of all, he brought 3 pairs of shoes with him. We're here for 5 days. And so he brings a variety of shoes in case I don't know what I'm going to have to wear. I might have to dress up at the last moment. I got 1 pair of shoes. I got a pair of sweats. I have a pair of pants that I'm wearing for the game on Sunday. And then they gave us a sweatsuit to wear on the plane.
Oh, a new sweatsuit.
Wow. So like you had just like what? How big was your travel bag? Was it like a backpack?
Just one of those It's just no, a little bit bigger. It's one of those roll bags, but it's not stuff.
Okay,
I don't have it. Like you could come over and I could pack your stuff as well.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, is this true or false? Joniak said that on the flight over, he was on the window. There was an empty seat between the two of you. but he was told by you, as the master of the aisle seats, that if he needed to take a leak, he had to go now, and there would be no constant passage back and forth. Is that true?
That's 100% fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we were.
I'm not sure. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Tom, we were worried about his hydration level. So we wanted him to continue to drink water, but that means he would have to use the bathroom. But then he said that wasn't going to work because you were the master of the aisle seat.
I gave him once before we took off, and I gave him once before we landed. And I wasn't going to sit there with, I said, look, man, you do a commercial for diapers, I think. So get yourself one for the flight and tuck yourself in and enjoy the flight.
Isn't it a 7-hour flight? Two bathroom times?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. That's enough.
Oh, geez.
That's enough.
How many do you have? Do you have an unlimited number of trips you can take because you're on the aisle?
No, I went once. I went once. I'm super fortunate at this age not to have that condition that you have to go to the bathroom every 2 hours.
Because I'm drinking a lot of water on the flight.
Trying to stay hydrated.
I probably go 5 or 6 times on an
then
international
you're not sitting
flight.
next to
No,
Thayer.
I mean, I had 2 Gatorade Zeros, a bottle of water, and a container of milk. And
poor Joniak's over in the corner. He's got an eyedropper filled with water. That's all he's allowed to have.
And you went once.
He doesn't sweat. Joniak doesn't sweat, so he doesn't need, he doesn't sweat like we do. He is a non-sweater, so he doesn't need a lot of drinking.
Oh, God, that is so funny.
You're the best. We will talk to you on Sunday. Get some answers from the commissioner, okay? On and off the record.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, Tom.
Yes. See you guys.
That's awesome.
He is something.
Yeah.
I love the
dynamic that exists
the
between
dynamic and the stories between they are truly the odd couple. But it is. We have the odds couple with North and with Carmen, and then we have the true odd couple between Joniak and Thayer, and it does work. And they're the best booth in the business.